Hello everyone, let's take today's topic. Today we are going to discuss about cell theory. Last video I gave you many points related to cell, discovery of cell, contribution of various scientists. Today we are going to discuss about the contribution of only Sliden and Swan, and there is addition of one more scientist. We'll know about him, but they proposed, Sliden and Swan, they proposed cell theory, and in this theory they explained about the cell, and that theory was accepted worldwide. Let me give you again this brief information of Sliden was botanist, Swan was zoologist. So it was a that union of these two scientists who are belonging to different fields, and they came together, they studied together, and they proved what Robert Hooke discovered. So they gave 2 points. Then after, there is an addition of one scientist, and he expanded cell theory. We'll take all points in detailing. So first of all, we'll take the first points what Sliden and Swan told us. They told us all organisms, it means plants and animals, are made up of cell. This is the first point in cell theory, very important point. And they told on the basis of their observation, on the basis of their studies after Robert Hooke, because Robert Hooke only discovered, he did not have any explanation of cell. They collected, Sliden and Swan together, they collected various specimen to get that point, that cell is the unit of life. And when they went through various plants and animals specimen, they got whatever we have the body, it is due to cell. That was the concept. So we'll take the detailing of all points also. And the next one is cell is the structural and functional unit of organism. This is the next point. Cell is the structural and functional unit of organism. These are the 2 points proposed by Sliden and Swan in his cell theory. Now we will have to understand about the meaning of these 2 points. What does it mean when we have this one, when we have this one? We should understand about the meaning of these 2 points what they proposed. Let's take one by one. When we have this one, we know that we have a unicellular organisms, multicellular organisms. In multicellular, there are that one complexity means we have the formation of tissue, we have the formation of organs, we have the formation of organ systems. What we have in that one, they collected various specimen, and they wanted to know that what is the composition. It means when we reach to that one finest composition, it means when we reach to the unit, what is the unit. After getting all information they got in every specimen what they collected, there is a cell in every specimen. It means plants and animals, and that cell is present, and it is proved that whatever we have plants and animals, they are having cell, and then it is that one nature of cell having complexity. Then we have the formation of tissue, then we have the formation of organ. It means they have a labor of division in case of the complex organism, and due to that reason they are forming various kinds of groups, and these groups are having their specific function. But when we focus on the unit, there is always a cell is the unit. That is the concept Sliden and Swan gave to us. They made us understand. Next one is cell is the structural and functional unit of organism. We know that one. I explained you. This one I explained you, structural and functional unit of organisms. And this one I also explained you. Structural means all the whatever structures we have. Functional, when we have that word functional. So we are talking about vital activities. Vital activities. So what are the vital activities in case of the plants and animals? We know that we have a certain living characteristics. What are the characteristics are there? We have respiration, we have metabolism, we have excretion, we have movement, we have locomotion. These are the characteristics. Reproduction, that growth is also the characteristics. All these characteristics are performed by cell. That's why we have this one, functional unit of organism. It means on the whole, whatever vital activities we have, life processes, those life processes are performed by cell. Life processes are those processes by which we have the existence of life. Those life processes are performed by cell. So we can use this word vital activities. We can also write life processes. Let's take few example of life processes. We have respiration, that is functional unit. Digestion, that is also digestion. We have reproduction, functional unit. So many. Response to stimuli, that is also the functional unit. There is a very important point I already taught you, metabolism. It is the one of the characteristics of living beings. I gave you the definition, some of the reactions, anabolism and catabolism making metabolism. Anabolism is the formation and catabolism is the breaking or degradation. When we have these two processes, it means we are having life. Metabolism is also the function of cell. It is the function of cell because we are made by cells. That's why we are also performing this function. This is the concept. It is whatever functions we are performing, it is performed by our unit, that is cell. And Sliden and Swan, they got that idea, that whatever functions plants are having, whatever functions animals are having, actually this is the function of cell. And because we are made by cell, all organisms, plants and animals are made up of cell. Because we are made by cells, we have all these functions. That these are the 2 points Sliden and Swan gave. After that, there is a one scientist and his name was Virchow. We call Rudolf Virchow. His full name is Rudolf Virchow. He found there is one understanding, and then after he added one point in cell theory. Let me tell you what was the reason of this addition. Sliden and Swan, they proposed, but they were not able to discriminate in case of the growth of unicellular or multicellular organisms. They were not able to explain what is the that pattern of increase in number of cells. In case of the unicellular, it is simple. We know that there is only one cell capable of having all the functions. It can perform all the functions. But what is the way of increasing number of multicellular organisms, increasing number of cells in multicellular organisms? That was the problem. And we know that where we have a problems, we have a solution also. That solution was given by Rudolf Virchow, and he added one more point in cell theory, and then this cell theory we call modern cell theory. We will understand about Rudolf Virchow point. What he told, that new cells arise from division of pre-existing cells, That is the concepts. In case of the multicellular, we know that there are many cells are there. Simple concept is there. Whenever we have many cells, the question is from where these cells are coming. That is the question. That was the problem at that time to understand. Nowadays we know that from where they are coming. Rudolf Virchow solved this problem. We know that if there is a one cell and cell is having capacity of division, it will form Have you understood this point? Try to understand. New cells arise from division of pre-existing cells. These are the new cells. If we write here parent, and these two are daughter cells, we will have daughter cells. These are the new cells. From where they came? They came from the division of pre-existing cells. This cell was present already. That is the meaning of the pre-existing. This is the meaning of the pre-existing. We know that this cell is already present. It divides and forms two new cells. In case of this cell is parent, when this cell will divide, it is parent and it will form daughter cells. It will divide. How many cells we have? 4. Then 4 will divide. How many cells we will have? 8. In this way we will have increase in the number of cells in case of the multicellular organisms. That is the concept. New cells arise from division of pre-existing cells. All the time you need to focus on pre-existing. See that one. New cells came. From where new cells are coming? From the pre-existing cells. From where new cells are coming? From the pre-existing cells. Then these cells will divide and new cells will come. From where new cells will come? From pre-existing cells. That is the concept given by Rudolf Virchow. And after addition of this point, cell theory has transformed into modern cell theory, and we got the answer from where in multicellular organisms new cells are coming. So whenever you get questions about cell theory, you have to write all 3 points. I made you understand. If you have any problem, you should go through the concept and then you can write whatever is needed. In next video, we'll talk about the types of cell.